Hello and welcome to another video. In this one I want to talk about the Supernova, specifically when it comes to building for the mech, as standard engines can work and they can actually work quite well. Now this is a little strange because I always think clan mech, clan engine XL, of course it can lose a side torso and not die. It's basically as durable as a standard, and why not? This mech just has a perfect storm of capabilities and limitations that make it so a standard engine can function. Let's get into those, but first, take a look at what this mech has in the mech lab. We have a standard 325, a target computer Mark 1, a single jump jet, 29 double heatsinks spread across the mech, and 8 medium pulse, 4 in each arm. Now, why does this thing run as standard and why does it work? It's for 3 different things: the maximum weight of the mech, the size of its engine, and its type and quantity of hardpoints. So let's go through it. We have a salt mech here. It's got 90 tons. We got a lot of weight to play with. But its engine rating is actually very small for its weight. It's only a 325. I mean, this is all comparative based on its maximum tonnage, but for this tonnage of 90, 325 is actually quite small. So we can get a 325 engine. It's only 30.5 tons. It's only a third of our weight. We can afford that. However, it would only work if we have the appropriate weapons to fill out an assault class firepower with the remaining tonnage. We just so happen to have a lot of energy hardpoints, and that's crucial. Energy weapons, specifically the smaller lasers, the mediums, the medium pulses, and such like that, are the most damage efficient weapons in the game per ton invested. You're getting the most firepower potential for 1 ton out of a medium laser than any other weapon you can do in the game. Ballistics are heavy, that's their main thing. Missiles are sort of a compromise, but lasers are light. The downside is they're hot. But what's a light thing that takes a lot of space in order to fill up the rest of the mech? Oh right, heat sinks. So what we can do is we can take a relatively light payload and we can get assault class firepower out of a bunch of smaller energy weapons and the heat sinks to keep them firing constantly. And that is exactly what I've done here with the 8 medium pulse. You fire off one arm, then the other arm, and it works. It deals significant damage. In all of my testing games, I've hit 500 with this thing consistently. But this only really works on this particular mech with this particular amount of weight, engine rating, and hardpoints. If we instead switch over to the breaker here, the ballistic Supernova, I have an XL. I need it. I'm using ballistics and missiles. I need that weight, as these weapons are not hot, but they're heavy. There's that trade-off. Also, as we look at the 3 here, which is I think the one that is the absolute best for standard engineering in, we have center torso and head weapons. This can zombie, which is a very interesting aspect for clan mechs. Normally, all clan mechs, they lose both side torsos, they're out, as you've critted the XL engine. This has several benefits. Not only is the aspect of it being able to zombie a thing and you can stay alive, and they have to take out your center torso, which contains still viable firepower at 3 ER medium lasers. The enemies don't expect it. There's been so many times when I've been trying out this build or seen other people playing with this kind of thing, and you may have a fully armored center torso and a relatively weak sides. They'll go for your sides, of course. They think that's your weak spot. Those blow away, they turn away thinking they've killed you, and then you hit them with the lasers and they're like, "You're still alive?" It surprises them. It's out of the blue. It's just like, holy, that's a standard engine mech? It works. Also, it has really interesting implications because of the nerfs they've been trying to do to XL engines. So Clan XLs, when you lost a single side torso, because that kills an IS, they're going to put some negatives on the clan in order to help bring them in line. One of those things is a huge nerf to your top speed and your heat efficiency. All of the heat sinks that are related to your engine are cut by, I believe, 40% now. That is a massive loss in heat efficiency. And if you were relying on that heat efficiency, you're shit out of luck. You're going to be way too hot. For example, the trial, the Hunchback 2C with the two UAC 10s, when you lose a side torso, you literally can't shoot those ER mediums in the center torso anymore, or shoot the 10 too much because you're just too hot. You can't handle it. This doesn't have that problem. You lose a side torso, you don't care. You still have all your speed, you still have all your heat efficiency, you're still shooting constantly, you're kicking ass. But this only works because of that very specific perfect storm of attributes. If you look at a mech like the Marauder 2C, very similar. A bunch of energy hardpoints. It's a Salt class clan mech, but one thing is wrong. It can take a large engine rating. It can take up to an XL400. As such, this mech performs way better with an XL380, and this is basically the exact same design, 2 large pulse, 5 ER mediums, as I have on the SNV-3. It's basically the same, but this mech just performs way better with a huge engine, XL380, XL375, whatever you want to put on this mech in the end. Because that one pillar, it's like a tripod. Unless all 3 of those are there, it'll fall over and you'll be in an XL engine. It's so interesting. I just love that about this one mech. People say that standard engines are irrelevant and they're not used anymore. They're obsolete. The Supernova's got your back, man. He's rocking those standard engines and doing well with them. So yeah, that was just a little tidbit of information of stuff about the Supernova. I'm going to put out some Supernova gameplay soon, but for now, thanks for watching and good hunting.